All right, for the next question, we're turning a little bit closer to home. The 5th District, if you've ever spent time driving across it, you know that it is very broad with huge varieties in economic health. Here in Fluvanna County, we have relatively prosperous sections, and then we have Fork Union and Columbia, which are in desperate need of the most basic services. Route 15 south of Farmville is, the question asker characterizes it as one big ghost town. How would you propose to restart the local economy of areas like this across the 5th District? And for this, we'll begin with Gloria.
Restart the economy in the 5th District. For starters, it's all about a skilled workforce. You cannot attract new businesses to an area without talent and a skilled workforce. So we got to fix our education system across the district. I think the other part is the idea of understanding what is available. The Biden administration have passed a lot of legislation, the Infrastructure Act, the CHIPS Act, the American Rescue Act, and all of these programs and money, I believe, is available, but it all starts with awareness. So there could be money on the table, and our economic developers and our city planners may or may not understand the process. And I see the role of our congressperson as partnering with the economic developers and at least setting up some sort of communication system to let people know what's available. There are people without broadband. And to me, little small Amherst County, we're working on it. We found the money, and sooner or later we're going to have 100% broadband. But there are other districts that's in the dark. That's unconscionable because the money is there, the infrastructure bill, and all the other things he's done. So we just need to get more connected with what is available and literally start supplying the needs to the various localities.
Oops.
No, you're great. Just keep passing it along.
Okay.
I'm trying for fairness.
Yes, to help the economies in areas like here, South Side, one of the things I believe is that the federal government is responsible for helping to provide the infrastructure so that local governments can be successful. Okay, so it's funding. Now, in areas that don't have anything, we need companies to move into that area. But there's 4 things that they need. Companies that pay good living wage jobs. They want to see a great education system. They want to see housing. They want to see a educated labor force, and they want to see tax credits. All things that the federal government can help with. Now, there was an infrastructure bill that was passed. It's now legislation. It's law. A few years ago, passed by President Biden. So there's funding out there for that. But we don't have even the basics. We don't have broadband in areas. And when you don't have the very basics, it's hard to move forward. So it's not just incumbent upon the congressman or Congress to make this happen. You have to vote for the right people at the local level that are going to take the funds and do the right thing with it. So it's not just a one-way street. You have responsibility in this also. We need to make sure that the local leaders want to do the right thing.
I was going to say I'm colorblind. I can't see the.
Just remember, it's the second one.
Second. You outsmarted me then.
So here's a novel concept. We'll actually put a congressman or woman in there. We'll actually work with the local and state governments and bring the funding back here to use. And that's really what's going on right now. The money is available, but for whatever reason, it's not getting down here to where it needs to be because these are deserts. But you can't do it overnight. And these are, we need the infrastructure. I'm talking not just physical infrastructure, because we need to fix the bridges and the roads that are crumbling, but the digital infrastructure has to be there because corporations aren't going to come in here if they can't get connected to the internet. If it takes them 3 hours to dial up, that's not going to happen. So, and there's technologies that are out there that we can bring here if we work with the local and state government. There's clean energy jobs that we can bring. It's going to be part of the workforce. We need to build rail system here We'll move people around faster and more efficiently. So these are things that we can do in the short term, working with the state and the local government to ensure that we recreate these populations and put an effective and clean workforce out there for them. And it really comes down to education too. You know, as I talked about before, Gloria and Gary both hit upon it, you know, we have to have that educated workforce, and we can do that if we couple everything together. And it's a big package. It's not a silo. It's all one big package, and it all builds upon each thing. So that's how it goes.